Alright, today we're going to work on a customer's watch. Somebody had bought this from me on eBay, and it has a dead battery in it. So we're going to go ahead and replace that battery and make sure it works. It does have a unidirectional rotating bezel, which is pretty neat. This is a Guess watch. It's got 100 meters water resistance, and it is a waterpro, which is pretty interesting. We'll get a better look at the case back in a second, but it's got a diver's extension and everything. I think I sold this watch for $20 plus shipping, so it's a relatively inexpensive watch. And yeah, it's arguably a decent amount of watch for the money. I'd imagine that this watch new was probably in the $60 to $80 range, but let's get this case back off. We've got a better case back opener coming in the mail. I'm looking forward to that. It should be a much better experience, but I don't over tighten my case backs as it is, so having to replace a battery in a watch I've already worked on is usually pretty easy for me. Alright, what are we looking at here? It's a Chinese case. How's this gasket doing? Still seems flexible and durable. Okay, let's get this out. Okay, so is this the actual battery? You know what? I think this uses a smaller battery than this even. The movement is... It's a Japanese movement. Epson. What is the model number? It is VXBJ perhaps. Is that what that says? VXBJ. That should be the model number on that. It's kind of a rare movement. I don't see too many watches with that. I'm sure it's an inexpensive one too, but what did I do with that battery? Oh, whoa, where did I put the battery? Oh, there it is. We'll try and get one that's a size smaller than this, because I think this is one of the first watches I had worked on, and back in the day I just kind of used whatever batteries I could get away with, but I'm sure I've got... Okay, that's not right. Thinking it's a 371, but it's all... Need to stop doing that. It's all poofy though. So 371, it's probably what it actually is. So maybe try a 373 instead. 373 should have some of those. Let's see. 373. No, it should be over here, right? 315, 362. I have one more. I just ordered a bunch of these, but oh, I see. Okay, so for whatever reason, these 373s are some of the most expensive generic coin cells you can buy. I don't know why, but these are about $1 a piece. I think I just bought 25 of them for like 23 bucks. It's kind of crazy, actually. I need to go get some tweezers really quick. Let's use some plastic ones, that's fine. Usually use my needle tips, but that's okay. Let's use these. Yeah, these are really expensive batteries. It's probably the reason why I put a different battery in this watch, is because I didn't want to pay that much money for batteries, but I bit the bullet. I've been biting the bullet, so yep, there we go. Seems to be correct to me. Yeah, SR916SW. Yeah, these are very expensive for some reason. Don't know why. Okay, so I assume we could put this back together and get it out the door. I'm sure it will run just fine once I flip it over. Yep, it's ticking away, as it should. Very cool. Let's get this case back on. Oop. Yeah, that gasket feels pretty good. What is the, so did we look at the case back on this yet? 100 meters water resistance. G85434G might be the model number on that. Waterpro. It's pretty cool. It's not bad. This is actually a lot of watch for 20 bucks, all things considered. It's got an Epson workhorse Japanese movement. It's got decent water resistance. It's got dive extension. It has a rotating bezel, and it has a really nice sunburst effect on the dial. Yeah, I mean, it's two-tone. I understand why nobody really wanted this watch, and it's only worth 20. I get it. It's two-tone, but yeah, not bad. It's a lot of watch for the money, I'd argue. I mean, I have some watches online that I think will never sell, but this one, at least this one did sell eventually. And I'm screwing this up, aren't I? I really dislike it when they make these things so... There we go. Ah, I just popped out the bottom. These can be tricky when they are made the way this one is. It's so frustrating. I'm just gonna put this in anywhere. Oh man, this is so fun. Okay, let's get this further up on the bench, shall we? You know what? Let's get this into the third one. I think that might be my problem. There we go. And we're good. I'm just going to set it to Colorado time and get this back out the door. Usually what I'll do is I'll wrap up a bunch of bubble wrap, and then I will, depending on how many links there are in the watch, will determine how much bubble wrap I use. But you know, usually this might be too much bubble wrap. But here, let's try something else. Some bubble wrap, fold it up. Okay, this might be a bit better. It is better. So this is kind of how I like to pack my watches. I'll put bubble wrap on it, and then I'll wrap it with power wrap the whole thing, and then it just kind of keeps everything together. And that way, when it's being shipped, you know, the links aren't smashing into each other and causing more wear anywhere, even though this watch is already very worn. So yeah, that's kind of I like to ship my watches, give them a little custom-made pillow, if you will. Let's take a look at the dimensions on this and call it a video, shall we? The case size is 38 millimeter, not bad. The bracelet size, this thing keeps wanting to, it keeps resetting on me for some reason, don't know why. 20 millimeter, and then the lug to lug is kind of hard to determine. Somewhere around 45 millimeter, and then the thickness is 10 millimeter. So not a bad sized watch by any means. And yeah, we'll get this out the door to my customer, and hopefully they enjoy it, and hopefully it's a good watch for them for a while. Hopefully it lasts 2 to 3 years on this battery. We'll see. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. What is this? Just something, some gunk in there. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy.